Yes. Tag team back again. I'm Callie Ross.
I'm Cassie Jean, right
And
here.
yeah, we decided, I say we. Cassie kind of decided, but Cassie kind of decides things and then I just kind of go with it. And she decided that we needed to talk more. And then I
Yeah,
kind of convinced her that we should record ourselves.
I just say a random idea and you get the big picture idea.
I guess. I just think we're funny to each other, and it would be something really great that we can keep for our kids. And if other people are entertained at the same time, then
Bonus.
all more power to us.
Yeah,
Yeah?
totally.
Okay.
Bonus.
So we're going to talk about pop culture first. And I feel old saying we're going to talk about pop culture because I feel like that's what they say on the news, like when they're talking about some celebrity or something. But Cassie, you keep up with all this stuff. And I kind of love that you do because I secretly do. I don't want people to really think that I care too much, so I don't really make comments on Facebook about stuff.
Yeah.
But you have some things that you really want to talk about this week.
Well, most importantly is Mockingjay.
Part one, you can't forget
Part,
that because it's one of those series that they have gone and Hollywood has really shoved a knife in our stomachs because now we have to sit and wait for part two.
I know, and where are they gonna? I'm intrigued. Where are they gonna make the stopping part?
I am too, and I think that when it comes to you and I, we should probably admit we have some friends that were at the premiere last night. Did you see all their pictures?
I did. Jealous. Yep,
I'm
right
so
here.
jealous. And they were there because they were covering the red carpet, which was super cool. And the after party looked amazing. All of the actors and actresses looked amazing. But I really, when I was looking at the pictures of everything they were doing, I was more jealous of the fact that they got to see the movie last night.
I know. When are you seeing it?
I don't know yet. I have a really good friend that her birthday's this weekend, and I'm trying to figure out if I can whittle myself into her family's birthday plans for her.
Ask me when
So,
I'm seeing it.
don't. Okay, when are you going to go see it?
Tomorrow at 7.
Okay, so it's an early showing. It's like one of those, is it, tell me, just go ahead and tell me.
My friend Jenny is taking me. It's a birthday present to myself. Well, she bought it for me, but she has a hookup for an early pre-screening tomorrow in Fort Worth. So,
Well, so people are going to be super mad because we're talking about it, but we could have waited a day or two, and you could have
and then,
actually given a review.
oh man, so we may have to record ourselves twice this week because
Okay,
next week
but
we won't. We're
I'm curious.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
hmm
Because you're going to be, well, before we talk about that, I want to know, what are you most excited to see in Mockingjay Part 1?
Ooh, the wardrobe. Just kidding.
No, because in this one it's not going to be amazing. I thought
I
you were going
know.
to just flat out say Gale.
Well, no, I don't want to see him. I am a PETA fan.
Really?
100%.
I am a Peter fan too. We never agree on the guy.
But I like Hemsworth. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, I think that, yes, but I think that in the book, I'm a book Peter fan, but I'm an actor Hemsworth fan.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm kind of both PETA and what's his face?
Gale.
No, no Gale.
Hems, no Gale.
No Gale.
Okay,
It's kind of
so
like Jacob and Taylor for me.
one of them's too short for me in both cases. So,
Well, I mean, Jacob, no. But Taylor, yes. And the same thing, Gail, no. But yeah, for
okay.
Hemsworth.
Okay. Well, and the book translated into film is always different. The characters, there's always something that just doesn't quite fit. And it's, in our case, a lot of the times, height. Okay, so Mockingjay is. Was there anything else you want to talk about with that? I mean, you're excited to see it, but you're seeing it
I'm just excited.
tomorrow. Lame-o.
What's lame?
That you're going to see it tomorrow, and that you're like bragging about it, and all of us are like, well, you could have waited one more day, and then you could have told us if it was good or not.
Well, too bad. But I'm most excited. I don't know what I'm most excited about. I just like to see how they turn the book and into the movies. What they use, what they don't use. Like, it intrigues me.
Well, and that we also have to point out to people that haven't seen us or heard us before that this is one series that you actually read.
I did. I'm not a reader, people. Not at all. Not even going to pretend to be. I'm not.
It's funny because oh what?
What?
What did you say?
I said I'm not a reader at all.
Yeah. This is the thing though. A lot of people need to know that you will watch the movie and then you'll think, well, I've already saw the movie. I don't need to read the book. And then you'll see something that's going to be made into a movie and you don't think I'm going to prepare myself. You're like, who cares? They're already making it into a movie. Why should I read the book? And then I tell you about an amazing series of books that are not being made into a movie and you're like, yeah, I got to go to bed.
This is why I have a blanket around me. I'm ready for bed.
You are ready for bed. And you know what's funny is we're recording so late because you're the one that had to record late. And I bet you would be in bed right now if you weren't running late today.
We're not going to talk about that, but that's probably true.
Okay. So I know you have one more thing you want to talk about this week. Because what we're going to do is try and get together once a week and just talk about maybe 2, maybe 3 things that are like really huge on Facebook, on Twitter, and all that stuff. So what is it?
I forgot. What did I say I wanted to talk about?
You wanted to talk about somebody's rear end. A Kardashian rear end?
Oh, implants.
Well, did you see the picture?
I didn't know. I didn't see the picture.
Well, why are you wanting to talk about butt implants if you haven't seen the picture?
I told you I haven't seen it. I should look it up right now.
You should look it up because I can't wait to see your face when you see it.
So when was this posted?
You need to type Kim Kardashian butt. Don't forget the extra T. I think you'll probably get the picture either way.
It looks like it's on the news all the time.
Listen. Okay, so while you're looking this up, let me tell you. She was actually not redoing, but she's reenacting a picture that was taken several years ago, and it was a picture of an African American woman, and she was pouring champagne behind her back, but her rear end was acting as a table for a champagne glass. Okay, you're still typing, but are you hearing me? Just nod your head if you're hearing me.
I'm hearing you. I'm really focused here.
Okay.
Oh, I see it.
So I might get some of this wrong. Okay. So but I really want you to tell me when you're about to look at it so that I'll be able to see your face.
Ah! Why?
Are you looking at it? You're looking at it.
Yes. Why?
Okay. I'm telling you why. Okay, so she was reenacting this photo that was taken by a famous photographer, and he actually had been in Africa, and the famous photographer was, and he was doing the original photo of an African-American model because he wanted to bring attention to a disease that African women had when he was there in Africa, and I really hope I'm getting this right. But essentially, it was to draw attention to this disease where women are born and their rear ends, they essentially stick straight out. But other parts are there too, like the top rack. And so he was bringing attention to that with this photo. And I can't remember if it was the 70s or 80s. I think it was the 80s. And then Kim Kardashian, was reenacting it. But I don't know that she really had any idea that it had anything to do with bringing attention to the African people or this disease. And so there's kind of been a little bit of buzz about it, just from the standpoint of that she just was not very aware of the racial insinuation that there might have been, or even just that she wasn't aware that there was any to begin with, and
Okay,
that it was
but
kind of an.
see, I don't give her all the blame though, because I feel like the guy taking the photo should have told her, "Hey, this is what we're going
No,
for."
no, no, no. The guy that took the photo to bring awareness, he was doing it in the 80s. She just saw it and was reenacting it with some other photographer.
Like, so it was her idea.
Like, there was no knowledge. Like, yeah. Like,
She
she
has
saw the
lost
picture and wanted to reenact it because she
her
thought she had a
brain.
great booty.
That is
Listen,
silly.
this is what's funny. I have had 2 children, and I will tell you that I have baby brain, I have like kid brain, I have mama brain, whatever you want to call it, and I forget things all the time. Or I just do them, like I just do it, because you don't have time to stop and think about it, because if you do, then it'll never get done. But when it comes to taking a picture of yourself naked with champagne, and yeah, I don't know how you can't think about that. Or any of your PR. Like, that's another thing. Like, none of her PR thought about it. Or if they did, they didn't really, like, make it known to her what the repercussions could be. I don't know. It's just been interesting because now I've seen pictures of so many people's rear ends. Because they even drew a picture of Ursula from The Little Mermaid and her rear end and put it side by side next to Kim Kardashian. No joke.
Oh my gosh.
It's gotten pretty crazy. But
I
I think it's
think
funny that I know more about this than you do because you're the one that's always following all that stuff.
I know this is true. I think the her publicists and stuff are smart though, because I mean it's obviously getting attention, even if negative attention.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's no such thing as bad PR.
Yeah.
I totally get that. And it's not like she's known for being a genius or, trying to fight for world peace or anything. But I just don't get it. Like, I'm as much as she is seen in this world, and as much as she might want to be a good influence for her daughter now, and maybe it's me having expectations I shouldn't have.
No, I think I've learned my brain does not work like most people's. And some people don't have much of a brain. I don't see where this was a smart choice. But, I mean, like you said, no publicity is bad publicity when it comes to being famous. So, I don't know, it works. People are talking about it. I think, to me, it is dumb. It might make me want to go put a It might make me want to put a champagne glass on my butt just to see if I can hold it up. Because, I mean, I'm pretty well endowed. But that would be the only thing. And I would never have anybody take a picture of it. That's for sure.
Oh, come on. Why not?
Well,
Everybody
maybe
would
we
like
can
you on
do that.
Facebook and follow you on Twitter.
This is true. I mean, baby got back right here. I got back. But
I'm telling you.
I don't need to show my
I,
back to the world.
I thought you would be all over this story. That's what's so funny, is because, no, I mean, you don't have a ghetto booty, but
Oh,
it's a booty.
I am endowed a little bit, right?
Okay, so is there anything else other than Mockingjay and Kim Kardashian's butt that you want to talk about this evening?
Well, I mean, like, this is exciting, me and you.
Yeah. Well, tell me, what are your expectations? Like, what are you hoping to discuss and maybe even talk about?
Well, I think pop culture a little bit of real news. We've talked about this. Like, this is like real news and pop culture kind of mixtured in, right?
Yeah.
And also, I really want to dissect a book by this like really cool person. I mean, and the book is it's right behind you. It's called Descent.
It's like a sign. It's a sign, not a sign, but it is a sign for when I go to like book signings and stuff. So,
Well, yeah.
yes, you were going to take on my book. You're going to read I was going to be mean and say something, but you're going to read my book.
I'm going to finally read your book. And I've been a terrible sister. But this is why I've been saving for this wonderful moment together.
Whatever. It was a stipulation that you had to live with, that if I did this with you, you would have to read my book.
No. That is so mean. I love you and I want to read your book. I am an old lady. That's the story.
Well, old ladies tend to read a lot, Cassie. I don't know if that works. I don't know if that story works.
But in my mind, old ladies like to sleep more than read, and that's what I do.
Okay, I'll give you half of that, and instead of an old lady, you can be an old man.
That might be hard. I don't know about that.
Okay, so let's talk about this just for a second then. So you're going to read a chapter a week, which is actually going to be really easy because my chapters are only 8 to 10 pages long. I mean, there might be a 12-page chapter, but that's about it.
Thank you for that. Awesome. My kind of book.
And so we're gonna take it chapter by chapter, week by week, and you can discuss the characters or ask me questions about the book or the story. And what's going to be fun is I think that you're going to read it and actually, if you're like our mother and grandmother, you'll figure out that some characters are like people that we know.
Oh, dear.
It should be interesting.
As long as there's one like me and she's really, really cool.
What's funny is that I don't think I've seen the little picture on social media that if you know a writer, be nice to them, or you might end up in their book. Mm-hmm. And it's so true. It's so true.
Well, I wasn't very nice to you growing up. I hope you were nice to me.
Well, I really like the character that's similar to you. We'll have to wait and see if you actually figure out who it is.
Okay.
It should be fun.
Okay. I take the challenge.
Yes, take the challenge.
Take the challenge.
Well, it should be easy. And it's an easy read. And it's a book young adult. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I say no. I mean, the connection's starting to go bad. So I think we end this week. Next week we should talk about Gobble Gobble Turkey Day and first chapter of Descent and some pop culture and news.
That sounds delightful, and I'm looking forward to it already. Because it's sister time.
It is sister time, and I get to see your pretty face.
And I get to see your sleepy face.
Yay, I know. I'm sorry, people out in the world that are looking at this. I'm going to try to, maybe I'll drink some Spark before the next one.
Well, I was going to tell our watchers, our viewers, that you even like to have your lights dimmed down so that you don't wake up too much. So that right after this, you can just hit the pillow and go to sleep.
Like, my teeth are brushed. And, I mean, I just got to get a little makeup pad on. Well, sometimes I don't even take off my makeup, which is terrible for me, but, you know.
Yes, it's horrible. Horrible for you.
It's aging me right here.
Whatever. I never worry about that kind of stuff. Like, that's what's so funny about me. And that's one thing. I think we should reveal some of each other's little secrets, like the one where you don't let people touch your face.
If you touch my face, I will hurt you.
Unless you are her brother-in-law, in which she never can really quite catch up to because he sneaks up on her and touches her face.
Oh, and then I will get him back one day.
One day.
One day. I'm saving it all.
Okay, well, I can't touch your face because I'm in Tennessee and you're in Texas.
Aww. I love you.
But I'll touch your face.
And I love anybody who can put up with us for this amount of time to listen to us.
We won't be making these very long. They'll be quick.
Yeah, this probably will be a longer one, right? I mean,
maybe if you're talkative, if you're awake. But I feel like I'm like, having to talk to sleepy grandma.
Hey, it's partially because there's a delay and some of it's cutting out. So,
Okay.
We'll work on that.
Whatever you say, we will work on that for sure.
And I had a little shock factor with the Kim Kardashian butt picture. I mean, come on.
I might have to make that my screen cap for this video. You're like, oh,
Oh,
it
please
was
don't.
awesome.
That's terrible.
Oh, you know you love it. That or like with your eyes. I'll take a screen cap of you with your eyes closed. And then I'll
Yes.
be like, Cassie's sleeping in our video this week.
There you go, this shot.
Got it. Done. Okay, well, good night, and I love you, and I will talk to you, and I will talk to you before then, but I will talk to you
Yes.
on video next week, and hopefully we'll get the hang of this little shindig.
Yeah. It's gonna be killer.
So how are you going to sign off on this thing?
I have to say, love, love.
Kiss, kiss.